I'm Karen Greer. Breaking right now, we're following several big stories. Right now, 12 men and women are tasked with deciding the fate of Ahmaud Arbery's accused killers. Moments ago, a judge giving the jury the case if convicted Gregory and Travis McMichael, along with William Roddy Bryant, could spend the rest of their lives in prison. Our Haley Mason is live outside the Glenn County Courthouse with the judge's final instructions to that jury. You've been on top of this case for the entire time, Haley.
Karen, I certainly have. I just want to give you a perspective about what the scene is like here. It's been a pretty quiet morning here outside the Glenn County Courthouse on this last day of arguments. We know that right now a group of demonstrators have just arrived at the courthouse, but we'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to talk to you about what has happening. The jury has just been sent back to begin their deliberations. They were just given the official verdict form and the full list of charges. Inside, Linda Donikoski finished her closing argument that spanned 2 hours and left the Arbery family in tears. Donikoski told the jury that she was going to take things back to the basics. She went line for line through the law on citizens arrest and self-defense and, quote, party to a crime, telling jurors that under Georgia law, each man is as guilty as if they were all pulling the trigger together. She also presented the state's interpretation of the law, which is the basis for the 9-count indictment against the 3 defendants. Donikoski showed an image of Greg and Travis McMichael on the scene together, saying that Greg tried to, quote, conspire after the crime by talking to everyone involved, including neighbors, about what happened before police came, calling Arbery an a-hole. Donikoski flipped through a chart of Travis McMichael's statements that he made on stand, explaining that Arbery did not pose a threat. She closed her argument showing a side-by-side photo of Ahmaud Arbery in his baseball cap next to a photo of him lying dead in the street with his eyes open, saying he was killed for no reason.
Why? What's your emergency? I'm out here in Satilla Shores and there's a black man running down the street. He was trying to get away from these strangers who are yelling at him, threatening to kill him. This isn't about whether these 3 men are good people or bad people. That's not what this is about. It's about responsibility. It's about holding people accountable and responsible for their actions. When they do something like this, they have to be held accountable and responsible. Nobody gets a free pass. You turn this young man into that young man. That's what you did. For absolutely no good reason at all.
And that was what sent Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, into tears as Donikoski showed those 2 images of Ahmaud Arbery at the end of her closing there. I want to let you know that this deliberation could be a toss-up. We don't know when the verdict will come down. We don't know when jurors will have questions, but we will be bringing you these updates live on air, as well as all of our social media accounts and online platforms that you can follow CBS 46 on. We know that this trial is now coming to an end after nearly 10 requests for a mistrial, requests for severance, requests for change of venue. The judge denied all of that and said he was making sure the jury would not be influenced by demonstrations outside of this courthouse. And here we are at the end. Reporting live at the Glenn County Courthouse, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
All right, Haley, thanks again. And as she said, be the first to know when a verdict does come down by downloading the CBS 46 streaming app. Get breaking news alerts sent straight to your mobile device.